Kevin Marr, CBS 5 News at 11.
Reports of unidentified flying objects are not confined to places like Roswell, New Mexico, and Area 51.
Now, Central New Yorkers have been seeing strange lights and objects in the sky for close to 50 years. CBS 5's Dee Flamish tells us the sightings haven't let up.
February 7th, 2005, two Syracuse women watch a brightly lit, disc-shaped craft drifting over the city. It stops and hovers for a moment, then disappears behind a tree line. Later that year, near Seneca Lake, a woman awakes in the middle of the night to find her kitchen floor strangely illuminated. Within moments, the entire room fills with blinding white light, emanating, she says, from a UFO. January 16, 2006, an Ithaca man is heading for bed when he spots a group of lights through his living room window. As he moves in for a closer look, he realizes they're part of an object the size of two 747s. Like most of those reported, these sightings all happened at night. But there are exceptions. In fact, one of Central New York's most vivid UFO tales unfolded in broad daylight. On a cold January morning in 1995, Harry Campbell was driving to work along Route 5 here in Elbridge when something caught his eye. Only it wasn't the golden hues of this cornfield, but a shiny copper flash in the sky just over that ridge. Harry kept his hands tight on the wheel, but his eyes kept drifting skyward toward the metallic-looking object hanging silent in the air.
I thought it was a hot air balloon up there, and I kept looking as I was going through the electric wires up here, and I kept looking and looking, and I didn't see a basket on the thing.
It was then Harry experienced a hair-raising epiphany.
I got that creepy feeling come over me that Jesus, it's a UFO.
I don't know what it was. I can tell you what.
Beatrice George knows that feeling. In 1965, she was one of dozens of people who witnessed a UFO over Carrier Circle during what's been termed the Great Northeast Blackout.
I started swinging around the circle, and when I came alongside the Carrier building, the building was brightly lit up, bright enough to read a newspaper.
She says that neon orange light was coming from a structured object that dwarfed everything on the ground below.
It was silhouetting that sandpipe.
Silhouetting it?
Silhouetting.
So how big was it in relation to that?
Oh, twice as big.
Stories like those are compelling, but are they believable? A military official once described UFO witnesses as credible observers of relatively incredible things. But Raymond Daig describes them as untrained observers of everyday things.
In my experience, the only people who really see UFOs as such are folks who are looking at things that are a little bit different, they're a little bit subtle, but for the most part, they're the kinds of things that astronomers are used to.
But most people who think they've seen a UFO are convinced of it. It's been 41 years since Beatrice George first saw hers, and she still sees it in her mind.
Strange things like that you remember.
Harry Campbell still finds his gaze shifting toward the horizon, but his beliefs are unwavering.
Once you see it, you know, like there's advanced peoples around, you know, at higher levels, and they're traveling to get here. And that's the way I feel about it.
Seeing is believing.
Yeah, exactly.